And we are live. What is up? Happy Sunday. Well, it's been actually pretty decent sales weekend. Not gonna lie, pretty happy with it. Today's been shit. Not great by any means, but hopefully things pick up in the evening as they have done often this last month or so. Let's go ahead and kick it off. We'll take a look at the sold postcards. Boom. All right. Bronx Park Conservatory, New York City, sold for $3.95. Not too bad. Port Authority Bus Terminal, New York City, black and white chrome postcard. Luster tone. Pretty cool. Never mind the cat in the background making you think he didn't just have treats. A giant magooey plant. You know, there's a lot I could say about the magooey plant, but maybe we'll save that for another time. We've got a Rube Goldberg comic, Foolish Questions, number 1,015,015. Doing some Wash and Kate. No, I'm shooting frankfurters in the tripe orchard. Get it? Get it? Get it? She's shooting frankfurters, not doing a little fishing. Because the question's stupid. Cave Rock, Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Vignette postcard. Took an offer on this one for $12. Rustic Path to Onyx Cave, Kentucky. $3.55. Interior of the Bijou Theater, Mount Clemens, Michigan. Sold, I believe, for this full price you're seeing right here, $38.66. Nice postcard sale there. Felling a tree in Lumber Camp, Oregon, $10.75. Sepia tone. Charles River Esplanade, Boston, Massachusetts. Linen postcard sold for $4.46. Sold Center Pier at Yokohama Point, sold for $5.91. Same customer bought this card. Shopping Center Isazaki, Isazaki Street rather, Yokohama, Japan. White border era, sold for $5.91. Not too shabby. Mountain Hotel in Boone, North Carolina, sold for $3.46. Sort of a cyanotype, but not quite. Then we got dedicating the monument to the Oregon Trail in Tenino, Washington. That monument still stands today. I've been to it. $8.96. Here's a little kitten doing an impression of Buster Wiley right now. Hey, Buster, come here. He's not even at the stairs. He's just on the other side of my storage here. Anyways, $3.95. Come here. Hey. All right. The Elisa Coffee Memorial Hospital in Florence, Alabama, sold for full price, $3.95. Steeplechase Pier, Atlantic City, New Jersey, sold for $3.95. Unposted white border postcard. Roadway in Autumn, Berkshire Hills, Massachusetts, $3.55. Detroit Publishing card. Same customer bought this one, which is also a roadway in Berkshire Hills, another Detroit Publishing. And finally, Seen near Greylock, Berkshire Hills, $3.55, another Detroit Publishing. So all three went to the same customer. The British ship, the Senator, sold for $32.95. I've had this for a while. This is in my old inventory system, so it's been up for at least 4 years, but sold for full asking price. It was on sale, but $32.95. I'll take that. We've got Oak Street Beach, where Lakeshore Drive meets North Michigan Avenue in Chicago. Linen postcard, unposted, $2.66. And finally, State Capitol at Night, Springfield, Illinois, sold for $3.55. There you have it. And we got Buster here. Want to say hi to the peeps? Look at that. Show some beans. Show some beans. All right, we're going to put you down. Okay, you can do it. You can disengage. Okay. All right. Got a couple of people out there, kind of sparse. That's okay. Oh, did I just sell a few more things? I did. Maybe. People with stupid ass shipping questions. Why is this big heavy thing so expensive to ship? Even after I answer your first stupid question. Oh, it looks like we sold another postcard. $3.55, nothing special. Let me grab it real quick. Like, seriously. Size of 80, like, do I really have to explain why 85 patterns is more expensive to ship than 40 something patterns? And why the price may be more than double? Because there are reasons for that. Like, oh, I forgot to grab a couple things, I think. All right. Boop, boop, ba boo. We're up to 4 people here. Dumb me, printing too early. Dude, this daylight savings time freaking threw me for a loop today. I've been sort of out of it and like just a little groggy all day. I think I forgot my medication, which is I'm not positive, but by the time I realized I forgot, it was too late to take it. So I've just sort of been like struggle bussing through trying to think through a mud puddle. All right. All those done? Yes, they are. Oh no. Oh, good. I thought I screwed something up there. Got a lot of stuff going out. A lot of stuff that's been listed in the last week or two, and specifically, like I think yesterday I listed right about $500, and of that, 200 has sold in the last 24 hours without promotion. So you gotta like that. All right. Not the biggest stack of postcards shipped out over a weekend, but not too shabby nonetheless. All right, so I'm going to do this next one next because this is just going to get a lot of shit out of the way. And I got to kind of figure out how this is going, so all right. Oh, and I definitely am missing one item. Let me go grab that real quick. I'll be right back. What the holy hell? I think I maybe just marked one of these as deco when it wasn't. Oh, that's no wonder that one doesn't say deca. I'll be right back. Okay. So they bought three 78 storage album folders, one for $21.95, two for $21.95, one for $24.95. And then they bought three 78s. There's a New Moon Over My Shoulder and the Kelly Waltz by Sons of the Pioneers. Pistol Packin' Mama and Victory Polka. Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. Also Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. Hot Time in the Town of Berlin, which is a freaking great song. And also Is You Is or Is You Ain't, which is, I believe, from... That ain't right. Is it from the Three Caballeros? One of these is from the Three Caballeros, right? I grabbed the wrong one. All right, Andrew Sisters, Hot Time in Berlin. That's this one. Pistol Packin' Mama. Oh, they didn't buy this one. Maybe somebody else did. Somebody else did. So it's... I need to grab one more. I'll be right back. Man, get it together. All right, so we are going to get crazy. 3 Caballeros, Sons of the Pioneers, and Hot Time in Berlin. It's this one. All right, so we can get a little creative here on our shipping, since technically, if I put a record in here, then it is now a media case and can be shipped media mail, which is what we're going to do. I put one in each, so the man doesn't get us down. Did I just really fuck that up already? I did. Panorama. That's this one, right? No. Jesus Christ. I will catch up to chat in just a sec. We can make that work. and it's kind of fucking. That'll work for. I can make record shippers out of that. Do we want to use the Huggies box? Why not? That'll actually fit, and that's fucking perfect size, and it's huge. It's sturdy as fuck. I burned through all my void fill packing paper. It looks like I did. All right, well, once again, we can get creative. Got some in here that are definitely. That's not even. That ain't even void fill. That's just crumbling. I got some plastic. Oh shit. This has happened so very rarely that my actual production of void fill hasn't caught up. Oh, there we go. Hasn't caught up with my use. Pretty good. ain't shit happening to those records. We'll do a little rebranding on this as well. You know, just try to make it look a tiny little bit less like a diaper box. All right. Sup, Sal, Barbara, Cameron, Florida man. Who's the handsome window fella? That is Ricardo Montalban. And that is if you're referring to that guy. It's from a cover of TV Guide from the 70s. I've had that thing for many years. Come here, Buster. Hi. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Hi. You want something? Hi there. What? Is this about treats? You want treats? Or are you just trying to show me who's boss? Because I'm boss. Okay, let's go. You want treats? I'll give you treats. Let's go. Show me. Come on. Be right back. Hey. Hey. Oh, that is, yeah. So yes, Barbara, I listed some postcards today. like a handful, and I drafted some CDVs, which, I mean, like, got the photos uploaded and filled out all the item specifics and stuff, but I need to go through and do titles, which I'll probably do after the show. But yeah, I've not had the most productive of Sundays, but you know what? Who the fuck cares? I've been listing hard, and gonna keep doing that. I'll be back tomorrow doing a live listing. I was planning on doing one today, but what happened was I scheduled it, and then Windy Lou came and sat on my lap, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and it was an hour and a half after I was supposed to go live. So I just fuck it, cancel. All right, we're gonna go. I already showed the stereo view at the beginning, so we don't need to see it again. Okay, let's get a couple of easy peasy ones in here. Dickie's work bib, that was actually listed live on one of the live listings. Sold. I think I was like one of the only used ones out there. So it sold pretty darn quick for $8.50. I think I added up $8.95 and sent out a 5% off offer. All right. Sold Burke. Junior Classics, the Animal and Nature Stories. This sold for $6, which, you know what, is totally fine. I think this came from that $10, just based on the date it was listed. The $10 a flat books that I bought from that guy off Facebook Marketplace. So it's basically all profit. right, sold a holster. This was listed earlier this week on the live listings. Been trying to do them pretty often. If you guys are listing during the day and you need a workspace where the person's actually working, why don't you come on in? Just make sure you got your bell notifications turned on the YouTubes, and here we go. $69.95 for that holster there. Not too bad. Like, took what, 4-6 days to sell? Gotta love how easy that is to ship too. Sold another holster. This is the George Lawrence shoulder holster. Different customer, sold within minutes of the other one. This one looks like this. For a but yeah, $4.95 on that one. I like that. All right. Also listed on one of the live streams, Micro V Napa belt. I bought these at a whole box of these new old stock at a yard sale earlier this year. I paid $10 for a whole lot of them, and listed about half of them earlier this year, and listed the other half on stream about a week ago. They're not huge money, but they're so easy to deal with. This one sold for $17.95. It's free shipping. I mean, that one paid for the whole box, even after fees and shipping. Okay. Probably my favorite sale of the week. This sold within an hour of listing it live on the live listing stream. I literally took this off of a album of CDVs and CDVs and cabinet cards. This was like the front ornament on it. It's metal. Pretty sure it's brass or bronze, rather. Bronze steel. Definitely Art Nouveau. Super cool. I did a little research after the sale to find out who the artist was on this. Um, it's based on a known Art Nouveau artist, but it's not made by that Art Nouveau artist. Regardless, sold for $120 plus shipping in an hour, which is awesome. So let's get this one shipped. Perfect. No notes. This thing has followed me over. Followed me over from the old shipping room, and it's literally just like it's in the work area. So every now and then I'll just throw something towards that area, and it'll hit the thing and trigger, and it makes me laugh every time because it's funny. Like right when I've forgotten about it is when it'll get triggered. So for this piece, I think it may be possible that I might have been able to get a little more out of it, but I gotta be honest with you. Making $120 off a hunk of metal that lived pretty much its entire life screwed to the front of an album. Yeah. Future family here. Yeah. I can't. That's like that is some eBay juju right there. I can't say that I'm not happy with it. Okay. Also sold, listed on the live stream is this brochure for Formica patterns from 1970. Sold like a half an hour after I was done with the live stream. it sold for $20. Which tomorrow I'm going to be picking up the live stream again as early as I can. I want to try to get as much of a good full day of listing it as I possibly can. And I know that this bin has some goodies because it made me over $100 yesterday. And it's just a matter of systematically going through it and getting it listed. So okay. Also listed and sold yesterday on the stream. High performance owner's manual for 1964 Fords. I believe I even mentioned during the stream, I'm going to go higher than this thing has ever sold for, and I think it's going to sell quick, which I did, and it did. $40. That one sold about at 7:10 p.m. So I don't remember when I ended yesterday, but it wasn't too long after that. I don't think. Also listed during the stream yesterday, sold this morning, the Point Defiance Park paper menu. Sold for $6 full asking price. None of those three had any promotion behind them, so that's awesome. Are we careening towards doomsday in this country? That's a loaded question. Will that work? I can make that work. I think anybody who's been watching this channel for a minute or two can probably predict my answer to that question. Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work real nice. Just go one. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I don't even need that. I mean, doomsday, probably not in the biblical sense. Although there are definitely some Christian conservatives out there who definitely think they are in the biblical sense. See wackadoodle signs and all the world's events happening right now. There's the coming apocalypse. I think that's horseshit. Is our country careening towards the doomsday of democracy? Well, that's a whole other question. I think that's probably true. I mean, I think there's a lot more to it, but there's a reason why you're seeing a huge spike in the price of gold and silver and other value holding commodities. Okay. Moving right along. Sold this here lot of country music sheet music. That's been in the store for a minute or two. What did we get out of it? Well, I'll tell you in a sec. Hold your fucking horses. Cool your goddamn tits. It sold for $17.95. That is my full asking price, and I listed that in October of 2023. It wasn't even on sale. Did I cut this too? Yeah, come on. Don't make me trim it. That ought to do it. But where is my cleaning towel? Actually getting down to it. Holy cow. There it is. Just notice there's a little bit of a schmutz on the cover of that. Just make sure it's removable schmutz. Might just be a scuff. Can't really feel it. You know what? We got some of this stuff. I'm just gonna throw a little of that on there. Still kind of see it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just let that dry out real quick. All right, sold some records. Do I want to do those first? Yeah, let's do those records. All right. All right, this one was listed on the show too. All right. Sold Kansas. 2 for the show. Promo. $10. And then this one's been in the store for a while too. Chad Mitchell Trio arrives. This sold for 10 and change. It's been in the store probably 3 or 4 years. But, you know, that's sometimes what happens. Your body starts slapping. Ooh, I've got a question, it looks like, on the eBays. What kind of question? Here's your answers to your stupid questions, person. Oh, we just sold like 3 things. Sold another postcard and see if I can show the postcard. Did that work? Nope. Try it again. Dutch door of the Whipple House, Andover Street, Salem, Mass. Sold for $4.46. Let me go. We'll grab that real quick. And what was the other thing that sold? Right, one of those and one of those. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're in my way. All right, U7. Oh, this person's last name is the same as the house name. But he does not live in Massachusetts. He lives in LaGrange, Illinois. Not to be confused with LaGrange, Texas, or LaGrange, Georgia. And probably a dozen other LaGranges out there. All right. Let's, what are we going to do next? We'll do, let me go grab this other thing that I forgot to grab. Oh, sold this here Barbie Christmas ornament. When did I list this? It's from 1996. Listed in January of this year. Sold for $6.95. But you know, man, that's really not very good plastic. So you're going to toss that in a box. All right, moving on. Can I grab any more of those quilted northern boxes? Those make really easy, good record shippers. Yeah. So I live less than a mile away from a Dollar General, which honestly, like, in Washington, I know what Dollar General is, but there's not a lot there. Not a lot of Dollar Generals, that is. So I haven't really ever been to one, not very much. Anyways, but I did notice one thing, is that they go through a lot of boxes and they just put them outside. So what I did was I just went and asked them today if I could have some boxes if I didn't make a mess. And what do you know? They said, sure. All right, next record going out. It's that time of year, y'all. Money printing time. This was my best copy. Near mint, in shrink, $35. And I actually listed it super high so it wouldn't sell this year until the holidays. And sure enough, it sold. I wonder how many of that record I have sold over the years. I'm going to guess probably probably 40 or 50. I mean, there was I bought one collection where the guy just went to go every day in his retirement. And when he died, I bought the collection at an estate auction. And I think there was maybe a dozen or more. There was more than a dozen copies of that record. And actually, kind of crazy today, 5 of the 7 records that I sold were all Bing Crosby. And that was to 4 different customers. Yeah, you know, I bet there's a bunch within there. I know there's a bunch in town. Let's see, how many are there? I mean, within let's see, just in Peoria. Let's see here. How many miles is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 within about the same distance. All right, next up. It's another record. Can you believe it? I'll just use this time. We sold this classical record. It's been in the store for a long time. It is Richard Strauss and Roberta Alexander doing Opus 10, 22, 27, and 29. This opera album sold for $16.96. Gotta like that. Gotta like it. I mean, you don't gotta, but you're gonna. I like it. Wow, if that place is a renewable resource for this specific kind of box, that could essentially eliminate my shipping material costs completely for record shippers. I wouldn't have to buy the U-Haul. That doesn't solve the problem of 78 though, so, but they've got all kinds of boxes there. Okay. That would have been good for 10-inch records. That might actually be good for our other 78. just take a gander. That'll work. I don't have any these are actually 78 shipping pads from back in the day. Wow, look at that. It was like it was meant to be. All right. I don't love it, but we're going to get away with this one. I don't think that's going to be long enough. This knife. All right, that's fine. We'll just use that. Pretty sure. Nope. Well, we can use that for this. This was listed on the stream yesterday, sold on the stream yesterday. Texas Instruments, home computer. Oh, I can't even use that piece. Jesus Christ, come on. $24.95. I think I sent out a 5% off offer on it, so might be slightly less than that. This is one of them boxes that's got the display perforations, which should be okay. I think we can sort of just tape around it. Uh-oh. Is that wanting to come down? And I lost my pen. There it is. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, it wanted to move, it didn't move. All right, we got 2 of these going out. Amy from the chat, you all might remember, sent me a bunch of playbills. I listed the binders separately, and they have been selling better than the playbills themselves, which I kind of expected. Red one sold for $15.15. Black one sold for $18.95. Different customers. It's still a little futzy. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna give that another go. This time, I'll let it sit on there. Okay. And then all right, I feel like that did a little better, but still just a tiny bit of residue there. All right, calling it good. Get a single one of these in without having to do anything to the box? That's my question. Answer is no. How about this way? Kind of. That ain't ideal. These are all 888 except for one. Apparently I hit a bunch of boxes for myself in the move. Yep, we're just going to do that right there. This sold also from the stream. It's the Butterick pattern book. That came from the House of Horrors. I've been holding that for a while. It used to stink real bad. Now it smells much better. That sold for what amount? $28.45. So probably send out a 5% off offer on that one. $1.25 general. Yeah, that's probably not too far from the truth here either. I mean, I know there was that whole thing like towards the end of the pandemic where everyone was going apeshit, and also like, you know, just in the last year too, because they were raising prices. But you know what? You know, all of our inflation problems are solved now though because of Trump and tariffs. And that's a totally real thing. You can look it up. Yeah, grocery prices aren't up 30% since Trump took office, and we're not on the verge of a manufactured hunger crisis in this country. That's fake news. I think we're just going to do that one like that, right? Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. We're going to wait until we sleeve it. One more thing there. All right. Yeah, that I agree with as well. There were Dollar Trees from where I lived. There's some deals at Dollar General, but just like anywhere, there's loss leaders that they have to pull you in and then gouge you on the stuff that you need every day. Well, we don't have a ton left to go, which is nice. What time is this? We've almost been going 2 hours. Whoa. All right. Well, I wonder, can I just do 2 of these? That'll work fine. What's the weight on that going to be, though? That's going to be way over a pound, and I'm only charging for 13 ounces for a 12-4. Oh, that's barely over a pound. Ah. I can get that down to a pound. Is it worth it? Yes. Wait, how is that possible? It saves me. It'll save me $1 on 2 of them. What if I use these slightly shittier? This is not just an experiment for now. This is for future ones of these that sell. Just saying. So I'm not just roasting time on saving $2. All right, so I can do 2 of these. It's pretty much exactly the same weight. Makes me happy every time. All right, that's not the route we're going here. See if we can find a way to get this to a pound. Well, one of them, we're just going to go ahead and do this. So we are ordering a bunch of these exact boxes, and there we go. What's our weight on that? How is that a pound 3 ounces? Seriously? Oh, we can get a lot of material off of that, but I don't think we're going to get it down to that much. Fuck it. Could I just cardboard wrap them? Maybe. that's a wonky ass Frankenstein. Not my finest work. Fuck, there's a lot of shit going out of here. It's like it's Q4 or something. We're down to our last item. Can you believe it? Yeah. I have no problem being liberal with the tape because it's basically free. And I get more of it every month than I actually need. That box is too nice. That box is the wrong size. Ooh, is this one of them boxes? Can I make this work? I'm gonna make this work. Is it gonna work? Oh, this will work nicely. Boom. Getting low on it. We're gonna go this way. We definitely don't need these 4 panels. Time to change the blade. All right, our last item is Gentle Giant LP. This came from I think a garage sale. June. No, this was probably this was from a garage sale. One of the last ones I went to this year. I picked up a box of. It was the stuff that was a lot of promo and DJ stuff. That was a great buy. If only they could all be like that. I think I spent $20 for right around 100 records, and most of them were awesome condition. All right, do the thing up. There we go. There we go. There we go. That ain't going no ways. But yeah, Gentle Giant sold for $10. And just like that, I'm gonna throw one more right there for good measure. And we're gonna cover up that barcode here. And write on it so we remember what it is. That was a good sales weekend, and it's not quite over yet. I have the first of my pattern auctions that is ending. Oh wait, in an hour? Let's take a look in on that. Hi, Buster. I hear you, and I see you, and I feel you at my leg. All right, here's the two pattern auctions. This is the one that's ending. I mean, we've got 203 views, and I want to say like 15 watchers. So that's going to hopefully go crazy before the end of the day. This is the one that somebody was complaining about. This big, bulky, heavy thing of patterns. Let's just take a look at our shipping details. It says, no wonder, 6241 UPS ground. What? All right, that might be a little weird. Let's take a look. 14 pounds, 20 inch by 14 inch by 12 inch. I mean, I could just change it to ground advantage and call it a day. See if that helps. Hey, come here. He's just down here like nipping at my feet. All right, let's see if that changed anything on the shipping. 59.15. Not really. Oh, why does it say I'm located in Bremerton? See? Stupid. Like, I've even taken that off of my addresses. But there it is. There we go. Oh. It did it for me. I see. Done. Revise it. Let's see if that helped. There you go. That's more like it. Wow, that's a big difference. If you're nearby me. All right. Well, folks, I shipped things. The things are shipped, and all the shipping things I've shipped. That means we come to the end of another shipping adventure. Right, Buster? He doesn't want to get down. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live listing probably most of the day. So if you're working, I'm going to try to get as early of a start as possible. I want to get through the rest of this last bin down here. It's not my last bin of this bit, the last of this bin. And then I got a bunch. Then just move on and just kind of systematically working through. I don't know what else I'm going to hit. I think we're going to kind of go wild weasel a little bit. I've got like odds and ends everywhere. I think I'm just going to gather those up and bring those down here, and we're just going to list through that stuff. We'll see. But seeing as I've been doing pretty good on this bin sales-wise so far, I think we're going to stick to that. But as for today is concerned, this is what's going out. And there's more on that back chair there. So, that's not too bad for early November, Halloween weekend, when historically my sales have just tanked, and they didn't tank. That's nice. So if you want to keep listing with me, list every damn day. See you tomorrow. Catch you on the flip flop. Peace.